PSR, you're one of her subscribers, and I encourage you all to go over and take a look at her channel. This is Lavinia. Her channel is Fine Natural Hair Rocks, and she has fine strands, in contrast to my course. So it is a nice little difference of perspective. I do like to check out her videos because I am interested in just hair in general. I want to see how other people are, how they manage their routines. So she does wash day reviews, and she does, actually, Lavinia, why don't you tell us about your channel?
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much, Amanda, for having me on your platform. I feel really special that I'm, ringing in the first live with you. So
thank you for, I was on hers last week, and it was a lot of fun. So we figured we'd just finish the conversation.
It was so much fun. But yeah, Fine Natural Hair Rocks is really about like fine hair. I'm also a lawyer, so I come at that kind of like the whole topic of natural hair from like that perspective of finding ways to make my natural hair look quote unquote professional in these spaces. Even though it is professionals, I mean, that's a conversation by itself. But so the channel's about natural hair. It's about beauty. There's a little bit of talk about, personal development. But really, we talk a lot about hair and a lot about beauty and a lot about fashion as well. And I see a couple of my curl friends. I call my subscribers curl friends. So a part of the curl friends from the Curl Friend crew are here. So thank you so much for coming out and supporting Amanda, because she's amazing, and myself. So I really like that. So that's it. Yeah, and definitely come on over and hang out. Everybody's welcome.
Just speaking of that, though, because I was actually really impressed by you. So you have these curl chats every single Wednesday. How long have you been doing that? So pretty much she goes live every Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern Standard, right? And you just pretty much, I've only joined like 2 or 3 of them. I know one of the time it was because we were having a conversation. And the others, you just come up with a topic and you do this every single, it's just a really nice way to interact. So what made you start doing that? And you've been doing it weekly for how long?
Yeah, it's been a long time. So like Fine Natural Hair Rocks really started off on Instagram. It was supposed to be for me to figure out my hair. It's like an online journal. It was never meant to go like the way it's going right now, especially given that I am a professional. I was kind of like fearful of like having these things out there like that. But to answer your question, started off on Instagram as, Fine Curl Chat Wednesday. And then another YouTuber in this space, her name's Michelle from Fine Natural Hair and Faith. She was like, your platform is really growing. Let's collaborate on something on YouTube, and you really should start doing YouTube videos because your reach is so much better. And so I started doing that. And then she was like, like work on it, like grow it, like, take it seriously. And so at that point, I decided to move the platform of Curl Chat Wednesday from Instagram over to YouTube. And I want to say hi to Jamil. Hi, Jamil. I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Oh, and your weather was awesome today. I am jealous. I haven't been outside in like 3.5 weeks, except for tonight when my.
Today was very cold. Like I heard there's certain cities in Ontario that got snow, so we're there.
Oh, I did hear something about that. Hey, Nanette, I see you. You need a lot of help with your hair. Do you have any specific questions for us? I hope I can answer them.
Natural hair is so much fun. Like I feel like it's really that balance between moisture and protein, right?
It's also such a challenge, though. Like my sister, she's living in the house with me, and I'm doing my reviews on a weekly basis. I have my whole product collection, which I see I'm not centered with, but whatever. I'm not recording a video, and she has this problem with her hair is insanely dry. I have given her these have moisture. They do absolutely nothing for her. It's just crazy that they can work so differently on 2 different types of hair in the same family. So it's it's just
there are so many different pieces though, right? So like one of the things that I like that I feel I really try to focus on through Fine Natural Hair Rocks is focusing on what the subscriber, what the curl friends are looking for. So I know it works for me, but the teachings and the conversations that I really try to put out there is how to make it work for you, because not because it works for me. My regimen is way different than yours from what I learned last week, Amanda.
Yeah.
It's just 2 separate regimens.
It has to be.
You
have low porosity though, right? You're low porosity, fine strands.
Yep. Very, very
fine density. Or okay.
Crazily fine strands.
It is crazy to me because your hair does look like, to me, it looks like it's like relaxed, but you went in the water or something like that. Like to me, like that's what your hair looks like, but it's completely natural. And it's just crazy to see like that difference. And you know, the texture and the type and all that kind of stuff. It makes such a big difference.
It's confusing is what it is, especially with this hair typing situation where it's like, well, what are you? Like, are you type 4C?
I don't think I'm ever gonna try that, because I think I have all four. I think I have all 4 A's. There's 3. I have all 3 A's.
I just stopped trying to figure it out, because sometimes it looks 4C, then it looks 4A, then it looks 4B. So I'm like, you know what?
I don't even try. What is, so we have Melvina. You have, I will follow you. Right. So your course in low density. I do wonder. I don't know if you've tried any of the products that I've been recommending, but I pretty much have been liking all the products that I've been using recently, and sometimes it feels like a little bit like I can't keep saying that this is my favorite product, but I do really like all of the products that I've been using, although Bo Peep so far is my favorite product. But I do wonder if you've used the products that I've used, and apologies if you've said this in my comment section.
No worries.
Do the products that have been working for me, do any of them work for you?
Yeah.
I'm just curious because I'm sorry, I was talking to Melvina.
Oh, I mean, sorry. You know what?
You too, Lavinia.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like a lot of the products that you use, like Bo Peep, for example, like I would have never known about Bo Peep if it wasn't for your channel. So
I can't.
I'm really excited to try it because it's Ayurveda, right?
They're amazing. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
You were glowing about it.
The thing is, my hair, yes, okay, like for instance, melanin hair care. I would say before I tried Bo Peep, melanin hair care was my best wash day, and not just because I didn't have to go back in and rinse out the deep conditioner, because I love efficiency, but the way the Bo Peep makes my hair, it's never felt like that before. Like, it's not even just like my hair feels moisturized or it feels soft, but it feels like healthy from like the inside out, and I don't even know how to describe that.
I think
it does, and it strengthened my scalp. And I know that one of my subscribers, Chrissy, she mentioned that she had used a product a long time ago, a shampoo, and that same so when I applied the Awakening, her detoxifying shampoo, the first week I used her products, it made some kind of it had some kind of barrier effect on my scalp, which is weird because it's not like it formed a film, but it seemed like it actually strengthened my scalp, and now my scalp is really strong. Ooh. And I didn't know that was a thing until I experienced it.
After using the Bo Peep?
Yeah, no, it was specifically after using her Awakening shampoo. It's a detoxifying shampoo.
Oh, I see. So by scalp, you mean like you had less breakage from the scalp, less?
No, not even that. So, I mean, it's one of those things where, sometimes you get an itchy scalp. Yeah, so I scratch just not thinking about it. Yeah. I try to use the pads of my fingers because when I use my nails, it actually hurts a little bit, or there's some kind of sensitivity. But I noticed because there was an absence of sensitivity when I scratched my scalp this week. It felt like it didn't hurt. There was no irritation. It was crazy. Right. And I had never experienced that before. And also just the way that my hair felt after putting in the deep conditioner, it was again some kind of existential experience. I don't even know how to describe it.
I feel like I know what you mean, though. I get that feeling from Soultanicals. I don't know if you've tried.
I was going to ask you that if that was the product you were talking about. I've never used it because I don't have a shampoo.
They're so good. So the detox is essentially a one product wash day. When does that ever happen? It is so amazing. It is so amazing. I'm pulling back on product junkyism because you really don't need that many products to be a natural. If money is the situation, you don't need it. But the pumpkin kaolin from Soultanicals and the Master Hair Cleanse, I think it's right across the grain. Whether you're fine natural, thick natural, low porosity, high porosity, it's gonna work for you. It's just such a nice product. It detoxes. It manages to moisturize and strengthen all in one. I don't know. If you haven't tried it yet, you should.
I can't wait to try it. I don't even know when I will with this series. The 3 brands a week thing is, 3 weeks a brand thing is kind of killer. But
yeah, that's kind of killer. Nice. I like it though. So tell, how does that work? 3, I've kind of caught it, but I see that you have it written out as I think 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1. So
I will let me just hold on. Let me just catch up on the comments here. So which one? I responded to Melvina. I heard the curly girl method has changed to include some silicones. So to be completely honest, I'm aware of it, but I don't know much about the curly girl method. I know there's no silicones, no mineral oils, and no, I don't know, other stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff to it. I don't follow it, so I don't really know. I haven't heard about them relaxing their standards, but from what I understand, the curly girl method is a little bit fluid right now, and people are just adopting it based on what works for them. I don't know, Lavinia, do you know anything more about it?
You know what? I didn't know that the curly girl method had changed. I've never really followed it per se either. Just because like, I don't know, like I don't feel like my curls fit perfectly into the curly girl method. But that being said, if it has changed, I know that there's been talk in the natural hair community that there is a place for silicones. So like silicones can help.
Like water solubles, like specifically. Yeah, I think like dimethicone is a water soluble one, and I think that might be allowed now. But I think it's just people have been modifying it for what works for them. That's what I've been gathering. And I actually read this book. Oh, and I wish I remembered what it was called. The Science of Natural Hair.
Ooh, that's a great book.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it on Audible. I think I want to get a written copy just for like notes and all that kind of stuff. But she talks about the curly girl method, and she talks about the fact that like some of the things in it don't necessarily hold up for everyone. And I really feel that's the case. I also think it was also the time that I went natural. It was such a sudden thing, and it wasn't like at the time when everyone was going natural. So it's not like everyone was going natural. Everyone was talking about the curly girl method and like, you know, comparing stories and all of that. It was more like I did it on my own. There was no real community until I discovered YouTube. But like, so I never really focused on it too much. So sorry, Jamel, I can't answer that particular question.
You know what? Like, aside from curly girl method, like I feel like Ayurveda and like clean ingredients is important. So like no parabens, no like cancerous ingredients or like ingredients that cause like, you know, reproductive issues. Like your hair products shouldn't be like impacting your ability to have children. Like
I know there's so many. You go to EWG and it's like, oh, may cause reproductive stress, and I'm like, what?
It's like it's not that serious. Like why?
What is this? I'm trying Camille now, and I'm not impressed. So which Camille products are you trying? I liked Camille in terms of the moisturization. For me, it was really moisturizing. It had absolutely no hold. And there might have been a little bit of a greasy feeling that I got from using the almond joy twisting butter, but it was hard to know which specific product was. And I'm so glad that you ordered Bo Peep. I would love to hear what you think about it. I would love that.
Those Camille Rose products are like a fine natural. They literally just sit on top. Like,
oh really?
Yeah,
I don't remember them being particularly. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not even about the thickness; it's the penetration.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like, what was it? The Janssen Moisture Max. Like, just not impressed.
What is that?
So it's like what was it?
Like what kind of? Is that a styling product?
It's a conditioner. So it's like
a rinse out.
A rinse out, yeah. Well, it's confusing because like it's marketed as a conditioner, but then when you look at the instructions, it's like sit on your hair for 10 to 15 minutes. So it's like, which one is it? Yeah.
Make up your mind. I guess they want to catch all the market if they'll bring in the deep conditioners and they'll bring in the conditioners. So it is. I always have my hair in a protective style because I don't know how to define any kind of hair texture. It starts out good, but it dries, total disaster. I think that's one of those things where you have to experiment with it. I posted one of my first few videos that I posted on YouTube was like it was a rant about how insanely dry my hair was. And I think back on that whenever I have like a really, really moisturizing wash day, which has been pretty common recently.
Right.
And it was more just a matter of experimenting because I made that video. And then I think it was like 3 weeks later, I realized that my hair needs to be in some kind of a tight set. If I don't set my hair tightly using either a braid out or a twist out or even a perm rod set, it dries up.
Yeah.
And for today, like this wash day this is a failed hairstyle. That's what you're seeing right now. But normally my hair
bad though.
Well, to be fair, so I use these new tools, and that video is going to be coming out on Tuesday. But I use these new tools. It didn't work out, so I figured instead of waiting 2 days to go into my like protective style for the week, I will just do that. So I'm going to start trying to experiment using silk scarves and braids, like incorporating the two. So I did these like braids on the side, and they're kind of like intertwined.
That's cute. Yeah.
It's confusing. I mean, like I'm gonna keep working it, but anyway, my point is the set that I did today.
Yeah.
It was still it was not a tight set.
Yeah.
So my hair is drier than it normally is, but it's not as dry as it was back then. And I honestly think it's because I found products that work for me. Yeah. So you just have to go in the direction that your hair needs to go. But I guess, Nanette, how long have you been natural? And meanwhile, I will go through the other.
And everybody else who's here, thank you for coming out to watch our crow chat.
She has a
Well, I
YouTube
guess
channel.
that's not my channel. It's the crow. It's Amanda's live. I'm so used to seeing crow chat
No
over
worries.
here.
No, definitely you should check out her crow chats. It's a lot of fun, and she plays
Thank you.
what is it? Would you rather at the end of it, which is a lot of fun. So
that's
it's crazy that I just sit on her chats for like an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm like, I probably should be sleeping. But so
And
PSR, you said that no, it's so much fun. So PSR, you said that. Oh no, sorry, that was Jamel. You said that she had. I'm getting all mixed up. No, PSR, it was you. The author has a YouTube channel. I had no idea. What's the name of her YouTube channel?
That is really, really cool. The book is
but the Science of Black Hair. It's like it's very comprehensive. It talks about like pretty much everything that people talk about on YouTube, but coming from the perspective of like chemistry and science and biology. But it's not dense. It might be dense to read. It might have been easier for me to listen to than to actually sit down and read it. But it's a great source of information, and I would love to go back to it. I keep meaning to. I just haven't yet. Yeah, hey, WM, nice to see you. Like, thanks for joining.
Maybe it's back somewhere. I was looking behind me because I'm like, maybe it's back there somewhere. But yeah, no.
You have the hard copy?
I have the hard copy. Yeah, I'm kind of old school like that, but it's really good.
Yeah, I should have more books, but I just put hair products on shelves these days.
Of course, it's so pretty.
The products I use than that. Well, because all of your books look like law books. They're all like black and gold. They look very serious, like they should be in a library with green walls and brass all over the place.
Oh my god!
I don't know why that's what I think of.
Too many of them for sure.
Camille Rose rice and macadamia oil leave-in. I've never used that. The Algae Renew Deep Conditioner does not moisturize your hair. I find that so surprising, but it's crazy how products work for different people. Because that to me is, I just dropped something. I don't know where it went. That to me is like one of the most moisturizing deep conditioners I've ever used. And then the Sweet Ginger Cleansing. You've used the Algae. I think it came up in one of the options.
I've never used it. Like I feel like I read the ingredients and I heard that their products are thick, so like I just don't really buy from Camille Rose anymore. And their products.
I know she uses a lot of glycerin. How does your hair react to glycerin?
I can't really tell. I know my hair likes marshmallow root extract.
Okay.
Yeah, that stuff is like really, really slippery. Glycerin's okay. Like
I could take it or leave it, but I know some people really don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there is an adverse effect, and I just don't know.
But I think I had recommended to you, or I think it was you, when you were saying you were thinking about trying melanin hair care. Was that you? She uses glycerin in all of her products.
Yes, we did have that conversation.
Yeah, she does use glycerin in all of her products. Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse. I know I use the Sweet Ginger. Do I have it here? Yes. Is it this that you're talking? This, yeah. Oh, okay. This is this. Oof, where's the camera? There we go. The Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse. This is the Camille Rose Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse. It's not strengthened. I think it's just. I remember reviewing this. It was just very gentle. It didn't do anything. It probably cleaned my scalp because that's what it's supposed to do. But it didn't leave me feeling one way or another. It was fine. It was just part of like a collection. So, but I'm surprised that the Algae Renew Deep Conditioner didn't work for you. I'm sorry, Melvina. That's sad.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you purchase these expensive products and they don't work, it's like, why?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I mean, like, there's so many. Actually, I feel like everything these days is like $14 to $16. Like, you can get a really good product for $14 to $16, and then you go and spend $32 on a deep conditioner. Yeah. Like the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair mask.
That stuff's actually pretty good, though. I like it. Do you like it?
I've never used it before, but the thing is, like, I feel like it's probably not better than the other stuff that I get. That's like not.
It's lightweight.
I mean, that one, it's like $50, isn't it?
It's very expensive. It's Sephora. It's very expensive. I only ever buy like the little one-use one because.
Okay. How much are those?
That one-use one is like $9 Canadian.
That's a lot. I mean, I don't know what that is. Yeah. That's a lot. Packets are usually like $4, $3.
Yeah, I know. Everything is double, triple over here. Like people like to say the lifestyle in Canada is like a higher like satisfaction with life, I guess, because of like, you know, the leadership and stuff like that. But you pay for
the like communal healthcare, not communal healthcare, but you don't pay for healthcare, which is big for a lot of people. So that's big for them. But
you pay for it in other ways. Like our taxes are insane. Like they're really crazy. Yeah.
And then you've been natural for 4 years then, so you haven't been able to find anything. You said that you keep your hair in protective styles though. Has there ever been like a period of time where you've experimented with products and styles and all of that and you just haven't had any luck? That sounds like it's so sad. I'm sorry. Like when I hear about people that have been struggling for years, it's just like, I mean, I don't know. For me, it was when I started doing twist outs. Because, for instance, I know that Lavinia, you love the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil line. That thing dried out my hair so much. Like every time I used it, it was just like Brillo the next day. But I started doing twist outs, and I was able to maintain it for like 3 or 4 days. So for me, it was the tight styles that made a huge difference. Because the thing that I've noticed, and I realized this today when I was using those new things that I was using to set my hair, is when as my hair dries, it likes to swell out and kind of like get this like cottony texture. Whereas if I have it in like a tight braid or a tight twist out, it doesn't have the opportunity to swell because it's being restricted. So it dries like that. And when it does that, it reduces the frizz, it reduces all of that stuff, and it just, it acts better. But I learned that through experimentation.
Right.
So,
I mean, and that's what it is, right? So like one of the things that I always, I that's really helped me exponentially. Like I've been natural since 2009, I want to say. And yeah, like it's been a long time, but what really, really helped, I feel like my journey has like skyrocketed in the last 2 years. And it's because I started like, I had started this earlier too, but I really started paying attention to like this natural hair journal. So like when there's issues, I can look at my journal and I can say, boom, you're the reason why I'm having this issue. Like, you know what I mean? Like it really helps.
That's the lawyer thing. So just to get to so everyone knows what she's talking about. So I joined her live on Wednesday. She literally pulled out a Word document that was probably, I'm going to say it was at least like 20 pages long. I could be wrong. But she went back to like February 8th of, not February 8th, that's my birthday. But she went back to like some random date in the beginning of 2020 and was like, on this day I used this. And it's funny because I used to do that before I started YouTube though. I have like a written journal where I did like wash day notes and all of that. But I did like handwritten, and I let that thing go as soon as I had video record. But the fact that you still maintain that very intense with pictures diary of everything, I was like, because she's a lawyer. This is how academics approach natural hair. So,
I'm gonna break it down.
You are. You're gonna start making like pie charts and like, you know, progression graphs and
tell me about it. It's helpful. Like when that breakage situation happened, and I was like, what is happening to my hair? All I had to do was look at that journal and boom, like the answer was there. It's like, duh, you have hydro fatigue. You've been like over moisturizing your hair for like the last 2-3 years.
And the Apogee brought you back in one go?
Yeah, after Apogee, after the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil, everything was like crisp, everything was nice, back to normal. And not crisp by like crispy, like crisp.
No, I know what you mean. Although you did mention that the Apogee makes your hair really hard, like you could break it.
It does.
I would be so scared to use that.
Yeah, if you're scared to use it, go to the salon for sure. Like
well, I think, if I had, I mean, that's the whole thing. I just hope that I don't get hydro fatigue in 2020 or 2021. So
I know, right? But to be fair, it took like 2 or 3 years to get there. So there's a lot of time for
so I have time, and maybe I'll incorporate some more strengthening treatments in my regime. So her name is so her YouTube channel is The Science of Black Hair. I'm definitely going to check that out. Maybe I won't have to read her book again. I can just go to her YouTube channel. You've used the Algae Renew. Yeah, okay. So it works for you, WM. That's good. It's crazy how things work so differently on different people. She has 8 videos, but it's enough, I think, for the basic understanding of how to take care of her hair. I do like hearing different perspectives. I feel like at this point, I'm somewhat resistant to changing things because I've been doing the same thing every single week for like, I mean, I've only been natural for like 8 months or so.
Wow.
I big chopped at home. It was a disaster on December 19th of 2019. And it's crazy the dates that you remember. Like, that's what's important. But yeah, on December 19th. And then I went to get my hair cut in a salon, like to get rid of the rest of the relaxer. And that was February 7th. So that's now my day 1.
Wow.
So it hasn't been that long, but because I put so much thought into like my wash days, because I'm doing videos and I just like talk the entire time that I'm washing my hair, I pay so much attention to it. So it's just that I'm very in tune to it. I don't remember what I was talking about, but
you were talking
that
about
was a good ending to my sentence. It sounded right.
Natural for 8 months since December 19th, 2019.
Since February 7th. That's my new date. Because I went to the salon. I think it's because I'm judging it in terms of growth. Because they cut a lot more in February, I can't have December be my big chop date anymore. Because they really, I was actually really mad because I told her as long as I'm able to put my hair in a ponytail when I walk out of here. And then she cut it so it was slightly too short for me to put all of it in a ponytail. And I'm like, but I told you. And she's like, yeah, but you had breakage. And I'm like, well, you could have at least told me what you were going to do.
For
Like,
sure.
let me,
let you be the judge of that.
Yeah, let me be the judge of that. Maybe I want to walk around with straggles. I mean, like, it's my choice.
With straggles.
Almond oil from yeah.
They can really set you back, like, and I've had those as well, where it's like, I want to trim, and you come out with a cut. Like,
I don't go to
horrible.
Like, I would be, if I was to go into a hairdresser and have them destroy or do something that I didn't like to my hair, I would be so angry. Especially when, like, I've been working at this and it's been hard. It's hard to keep up with YouTube. And I've been posting like 2 times a week since I think June or so. I don't know how I do it every week, but if I was to, like, with all the trouble that I go through, if I was to go to a salon and someone was to do something to my hair that I didn't like, I don't want to finish that sentence. Let's catch up on the comments.
That angry.
I love the almond oil from Melanin. I use
it's true though.
The multi-use pure blend, the pure oil blend from Melanin, that is my favorite. Oh, now I've got the Bo Peep oil. Although in terms of like how it feels, I think the Melanin hair care oil is my favorite, but I don't think I've used very many. I don't think I have a lot of oils. The only oil that I don't know that I have an oil. I must have oils. I think because I use the Melanin hair care oil every single week. That's like the one that I use.
You look like you really like your leave-in from Melanin too. Like, I think I see it at the top there. It looks
because I've been using it as a detangler, actually, because I'm no longer using this. I have to actually update in my pinned comment on my page that I'm no longer using this, and I'm no longer using the African Pride detangler because of the pegs. Because I've been doing this whole ingredient. Okay. I just have to talk about this because it's insane. Please. I've been doing this, and I am working on something that I'm going to bring to people soon. Well, I don't know about soon, but I'm putting together like an inventory, and I'm tracking ingredients. I'm trying to learn pretty much what all of them are. Or at least I have a database. The same way you have your Word documents, I've got my database.
Right.
And I am at, actually, I don't know if I can, I'm at, I think, because Nick is helping me with it because he's doing the coding. I didn't know that he was actually able to do this, so I was very excited to. Everyone just came in here. I was very excited to learn that he's actually capable of doing this. But Nick has been doing some coding, and he has a database, and I think it has over 5,000 ingredients, and it is only comprised of. I want to say we've got together like 8 brands at this point. Right. So what I'm doing is I'm like getting a collection of at least all of the ones in my stash because I can speak to them. All of the products, all of the ingredients, what they do, their level of safety, and just pretty much like everything that you could know about them, so I can talk about it. And also just it's really nice to have this. Like if I want to use something that doesn't have glycerin, I can go in and just filter and say like what doesn't have glycerin.
Nice. Yeah.
Kind of thing. But the crazy thing is that the amount of products that we have in it, that I'm over 5,000 unique ingredients, it's ridiculous. Because you look at some of these things and they'll have like Honey's Handmade, I think it had like a couple of 100 different ingredients across like a few collections. And Honey's Handmade has really small ingredient lists. So I was really confused. I could be wrong about that. That sounds wrong. That sounds wrong. But my point is like the number of ingredients out there are just ridiculous. And there's so many out there that, as we were talking about earlier, they like provide like reproductive toxicity. Some of them like can lead to uterine cancer. Some of them just like regular cancer. Some of them are just generally carcinogenic. Some of them are releasing formaldehydes. And these are just things that are in like really expensive products also that you just don't know about them because you look at the ingredient, you see like, olive oil, avocado, blah, 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 and you just stop reading. And you're like, I'm sure it's fine. But it's actually often not. It's not fine.
Honey's Handmade,
Honey's Handmade's amazing.
They're amazing, but a little part in the back of my mind is like, well, what else is in there? Like, how are they
preserving their products? I don't know.
But
that's the thing. That is the thing that I've been noticing because now I've been reading ingredient lists. For one thing, it's actually really funny to me that so many brands mislabel or misspell. Like they misspelled water, which is making my database really difficult because like. Also, Camille Rose, she has a lot of typos in her ingredient list. Like a lot of them.
Called out.
I'm sorry, I tell it like it is. But I just noticed that she has so many random typos.
Oh, wow.
But so yeah, they have a lot of typos. A lot of them are just a lot of them will say like paraben-free preservative. But I've reached out to a few of those people on Instagram because it's like, it's great. I love that your stuff is paraben free.
Yeah.
But it could be a formaldehyde releaser. Like for instance, in my video a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned and I gave away my Annabelle's Perfect Blend products, having never used them before, and I was actually really excited to use them. They have fantastic ingredients like the marshmallow root and the amla and the Ayurvedic stuff, and then you go to the bottom and it's like there's two ingredients, isopropanol butacarbamate and diazolinol urea. I looked both of them up. One of them is like, if aerosolized or inhaled, it is highly toxic. And I'm like, you're showering with steam, you're rubbing this thing into your hair, and it's in all of her products, like literally literally all of them.
This is Camille.
No. Annabelle's Perfect Blend.
Sorry, Annabelle's.
It's a pretty popular brand on Instagram, and I know a lot of people really love the products, and they have amazing ingredients. But the preservatives that they use, one of them is carcinogenic, and the other one, it's a formaldehyde releaser, which is one of the reasons that people don't get relaxers, like when they get pregnant, because you don't want formaldehyde seeping into your skin. So if you're opening up your pores and everything on your head with all of the heat from the shower and all of that, and you're just rubbing, you're rubbing, like if you're talking about a shampoo, you're literally massaging carcinogens into your scalp. And I'm just like, these people, like, they're either not transparent. It could be paragon. I want to keep saying paragon. It could be paraben free, but it could have in all of these other things that you're just not familiar with.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just don't disclose it. Like someone will just say like very safe preservative. And I'm just like, no.
What does that even mean?
You can't say that. Like I guess because it's not regulated. They can say whatever they want. They can put whatever on their bottles apparently. And like, all these essential oil blends. I'm less concerned about that. Maybe I shouldn't be, I don't know. But there's some people that are just so. Oh, and then like Sorenzo Beauty. I know I mentioned this in my like product walkthrough where it's like Sorenzo shampoo blend. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can't find that on EWG. Like, you have to be a little bit more transparent. Yeah. What are you putting in there?
Skin Charisma is pretty good as well too. And
what is
Skin Charisma?
I've never heard of that. So that's
another cosmetic and analyzer, and I think Paula's Choice. Those
I've heard of. I didn't know that was for like they do hair products.
Yeah. So like, well, you have to like take the ingredient list and then drop the ingredient list in like the cosmetic analyzer. But
it's like Curls Bot. One of my subscribers told me about that. I don't know if you've seen that. It might sound like you copy and paste it. And well, for Curls Bot, they tell you which ingredients like are fit the curly girl method. But yours, it sounds like it tells you whether or not it's safe.
Yeah. So it will tell you like, does it have like immunotoxicities in it? Are there any allergens, parabens, all that stuff?
And there's so many, and like all of these products.
And it's crazy because they're meant for natural hair. It's like the whole point of going natural is to avoid chemicals.
I know, and then you're essentially like with the Annabelle's Perfect Blend, you're putting formaldehyde. Well, so it's one of those things also, and that's the thing that kind of worries me that there's a lot of. So I would say there are 2 to 3 preservatives at this point that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Phenoxyethanol, which is in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Optifin.
I
haven't been able to get a definitive answer as to whether or not it's safe. However, I just got new skincare products and I reached out to them because their whole thing is about like being transparent and they have like the best ingredients. And I reached out to them like, can you just explain to me from like a large company perspective, what is Optifin? Is it safe? And like, should this be one of the preservatives? I'm not, they're going to tell me that like, no, this thing is highly toxic. You shouldn't buy our products. But the explanation that they came back with, a lot of this stuff is that you have to use less than 0.5% in your formulation.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no regulation that ensures that brands actually do that. So they could have an ingredient in them like phenoxyethanol, but they're using like 1%, and then you're screwed. Like you don't know, there's no regulation, and I don't really like trusting that. So I like using not phenoxyethanol. There's other ones that you just have to use it for below a certain percentage. But where there is an ingredient that you have to use below a certain percentage, I'm not comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a study that was done, I think 100 products were tested, and in 46 of them, they used above and beyond what was recommended, which made them toxic. And you don't know unless you're going to take your product to a lab and have them analyze it, which you're not going to do. It's so hard to navigate all of this stuff and make sure that you're using stuff that's safe.
It is.
Let me catch up on these comments.
There's so much corruption with this stuff too.
I know, and it's probably, I mean, I don't know why it would be cheaper to use more than you need to, but maybe if you use more preservative or something, you could lose less. No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, but there has to be some kind of reason. There's got to be some incentive to do that. I mean, I guess your products would have a longer shelf life if you use more of it, and that's gonna. Well, then people aren't going to come back and buy it. I don't know. This is something I'd have to analyze, not in real time, because I feel like I'm going to keep arguing with myself every 2 seconds. Let me catch up on the comments here. So you got recently used the Mielle Protein Moisture Balance Conditioner, and my hair did not respond well. Is that Mielle? Is that the Babasu and Mint one, or is that something I don't know that she has more than one. Is WM? Which one are you talking about? I actually used that one. It was pretty good for me. And I know, Lavinia, you like that one too, right? The Babasu and Mint.
I love that deep conditioner.
From Mielle.
I'm going to be going into details about that, plus 4 other deep conditioners on my new video tomorrow. So yeah, that's very interesting that question came up.
Nature's Little Secret, I've never heard that. Oh, sorry, what?
Nature's Secret is really nice. I've heard really great things. TB is asking, have you contacted Honey's Handmade to find out about their preservatives? Amanda and Lavinia. I haven't.
I have not. I should. I'm sorry. I've been meaning to do that. The only people I've reached out to so far were so there was this brand that I was really excited for their launch. And I hate to. It's not pretty. I mean, like whatever. I don't like when people talk about a brand. They don't say who it is. I'm talking about Pretty Fizzies. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. She has a really clean ingredient list, and I started joining all of her lives. And oh, hey, Chrissy. I just saw that you got here. Thanks for joining. So anyway, I started joining all of her lives because she's a very small company. I mean, she has a full-time job, but she also makes products. And she has, she doesn't keep her website stocked. So she was doing a product like revamp on October 1st. So I was following her for like 3-4 weeks because I wanted to review her products as part of my BOB 123 series. And Lavinia, and I know like 30 minutes ago, you asked me to explain that thing, but I'll get back to that. But I was following her. I was joining all of her lives to just like discuss her products and all of that. But then like, I think it was like 3 days before her launch, I did my video on ingredients. So I did all this research, and she has in both diazolinal urea and the butacarbamate one, the isopropanol butacarbamate. So I reached out to her and asked her, I reached out to her and asked her about, the safety of those particular ingredients. And it was one of those things where she said that, she doesn't use she uses only a certain percentage of it. And, she tried to set my mind at ease. I think it was just more that because she's such a small operation, I'm putting trust in someone that's making products at home. Right. And maybe she'll put in the wrong portion. So I just wasn't really comfortable with that. So I ended up not purchasing the products. But it's just one of those things where it's just being aware now. And like, I do trust that a large number of these companies are probably doing everything right. Yeah. It's just that I don't want to necessarily take that risk. And it's only a risk because I'm so aware of it now, because I'm on this whole like clean ingredient, like cleanse kind of thing.
Are you more comfortable that it's Black owned, like a Black owned company? Does that make you feel?
I don't. I mean, I'm happy to support Black owned companies, which is why I'm doing this review, just because there's so many out there that really like Bo Peep Luxuries. I'll try to stop talking about them, but no, I love it's that. A small operation, but like you go to her Etsy and she has like one review there, and I'm just like, I tried these products and I'm like, these things should be like at CVS. Like these are amazing products. They should be at the forefront and people should know about them. So I'm really happy to do that. But when it comes to just like trusting someone, because I mean, like it's really a matter of just like, I want to know what's in these products. But I don't remember who asked about, TB. I am going to reach out to Honey's Handmade because I do find it very weird. I don't even think that they put on their products like, some kind of like, safe preserve. Yeah, they just like this one. This is the, this is my favorite hair mask, the Omelba's Omega-3. Don't know how to do this. Oh, nice. This one. Okay, the Omega-3 and fatty acid deep penetrating hair mask. Yeah. So this one has in distilled water, Omega-3 safflower, pistachio butter, mora, grapeseed, wheat germ, cedarwood, rosemary, sesame, and olive fruit. I know that some of these kind of ingredients, I don't know if these specifically, because I'm not that far along in my research, some of these act as natural preservatives. Yes. But I highly doubt that all of her products contain natural preservatives. Yeah, it's possible they do, but I'm going to reach out and just ask.
Yeah, reach out. I mean, Sultanicals has very clean ingredients as well.
They use phenoxyethanol, I think, in all of there, because I've also noticed that. What were we talking about? Which product did you say?
Sultanicals.
Sultanicals. Where is it?
I think it's like right behind you.
It's right, like right in my face.
No worries.
I think they use phenoxyethanol, which I've in my research I've found that like it's largely okay. What is this?
Yeah, I mean, I had concerns about it because it's like it can cause like skin issues, and I have very sensitive skin in addition to like fine hair. So
yeah, so you have two things, Kenny.
Two things, like,
you in that perspective.
Did not win the lottery here with like issues. I mean, I got great skin, so that's nice.
I don't see any. Yeah, no, it's very clear.
Yeah, but not to toot my own horn. Like I've actually been like doing some videos about it, but like
toot. You want to let people know what you're offering.
Yeah, but the Sultanicals products, like
you have a preservative in this one, the not sauce.
It can cause like a lot of like skin issues. Like if you're sensitive, like I try to avoid it. But it's hard because it's in everything. So
well, yeah, and I found that a lot of brands, they choose their preservatives and that's just what they use.
Yeah.
So you just have to see what they're using, and then if you're fine with it, all of their products pretty much open season. Because I think these days, I would say most of the products you're going to be looking at, there are no parabens, no sulfates, no silicones, although maybe dimethicone's fine at this point. But like all of the obvious ones, no mineral oil and all that kind of stuff, they're all doing that. So it's more a matter of, that's great that you have this first line of defense, but what about this lesser known stuff that people don't know anything about?
Yeah.
So, all right. So TB, I will put that on my agenda. I'm going to reach out to Honey's Handmade. I'm not being aggressive with these people. I feel like these people should be transparent about it. Like, especially with the Sorenzo's product, it's over there. The fact that they have like Sorenzo blend. I mean, Sorenzo blend, like shampoo blend. Like I just want to know what people are using, because also a lot of people are allergic to a lot of stuff. So
yes,
you can't just, although they can, that's the problem. So what is this? The Babassu Mint. So the Babassu Mint made your hair feel really dry. That's crazy.
Interesting. Really everyone's hair is just so different. Like it really makes a difference, what your hair qualities are, your hair characteristics, and that you make a regimen around that, because it's impossible to follow someone's regimen and for it to work the same way.
I know, it is crazy. 22nd Century Woman has a lot of, I've never heard of that brand. Has a lot of clean ingredients in her products. There are a lot of YouTubers selling their own products. I have heard that. There is someone that I'm following on Facebook, although I don't remember who it is. And she doesn't post very often, so she doesn't come up in my screen. I need to see who, because I know that she was going to be launching products. I think when I first started following her, I don't know if she's done that yet. I have to look into that. But let me take a note of this 22nd Century Woman. I want to look into that. I'm always, the problem with, I don't want to say it's a problem, because it's definitely not a problem, but the fact that I'm only doing reviews going forward of brands with really clean ingredients, like all the way through.
Yeah.
It's hard to find products. So, I mean, like, yes, I have a good amount here, but once I run out of that, like, I don't plan on stopping YouTube after I go through all of these products. So
for sure,
I have to find as many of these brands that I can. So I just pulled them up. Actually, it doesn't look like they have a YouTube, but there are a lot of people hashtagging them.
Yeah.
So I'll look into 22nd century.
Shanta Dawson says EcoSlay has very good clean ingredients.
I have heard of that.
In the fridge. Yeah, that's amazing. Natural Club is like that too, where you have to keep it in the fridge. I think it makes a difference, honestly. Like I've tried Natural Club a couple times. Their dull avocado deep conditioner line. And it's so good. It really does make a difference. It makes a huge difference.
I mean, like, I can only say that because like Bo Peep. I'm gonna stop talking about them. But they're the cleanest ingredients they're not refrigerated, but they're the cleanest ingredients that I've come across at this point. But I know, Natural Club, and I think Bell Bar. Although Bell Bar might just be powders that you have to, and it's one-time use, I think, right?
What?
And there was a Bell Bar. I think they come in like
use, like the one that
I think when you mix it. I could be wrong about that. I thought they came in individual packets. But all that stuff is really expensive, which is why, like, I like the Bo. Yeah, I'm gonna mention it again. I like Bo Peep because it's the only commercial product that I've come across.
Yep.
That seems to have as like full Ayurvedic ingredients. Everything else is kind of like, take a half cup of boiling water and one leaf, one bunch of grass, and mix them together and then put in this powder. It's just like everything feels too much DIY for me, and I can't do the DIY.
Yeah.
So Yeah, Chrissy, I completely understand. Yeah, they have to, I mean, I completely agree. They have to have some kind of preservative. I'm gonna ask them like what it, because they probably have one that they use just like all over the place. And I guess they have such pretty lists of ingredients where they have like 6 ingredients. They don't want to have 6 ingredients and then some kind of chemical in there.
Yeah, no, that's
So
not
it's probably a
attractive.
marketing thing that they don't. That's probably a marketing reason that they don't disclose it.
They
But
must
yeah,
have it,
just
though.
say
They
it.
have to.
They have. Well, they don't have to disclose it apparently because they have to be using a preservative. Like it's not
There's no
possible.
way, yeah. I mean, I
Um,
do feel like the couple of Penny's handmade products that I have, like, I worry that they're in the washroom and that, like, you know how the washroom gets hot and then cold and then hot and then cold because of showers?
yeah,
I
yeah.
worry about them, like the
That's a good
stability
point.
of it.
But the weird thing for me is that like the chocolate dipped line that
Yeah,
I purchased in February,
yeah,
it's been open since like February 8th, I think,
yeah,
or no, whenever it was, sometime in February. They're still fine. And for that to be the case, based on the ingredient
yeah.
list, there has to be something in there
There's
that's
a
preserving it.
preservative,
There
yeah.
has to be.
Yeah, no, there has to
Tell you,
be.
I see you're saying your hair does not react well to a lot of clean ingredients. It takes time to. No, I definitely agree with that. I think clean ingredients are a good place to start. But if you think about it, I mean, like the directory that I'm putting together, as I said, I have like 5,000 ingredients in my
Mhm.
directory. So many of them. I mean, like there's so many like clean options out there as well. And also the chemicals, like a lot of chemicals are perfectly fine. They're perfectly safe. You just have to know which ones they are. So there's while all products that have clean ingredients aren't necessarily going to work for you, I feel like there's got to be some subset among the clean ingredients that will work for you.
Yeah,
So, I mean, like, I hope you find something along your search, but
yeah,
I think there's enough out there, there's enough brands out there that are doing really good things or putting really clean ingredients in their stuff, and one of them's got to work.
of
I'm
course.
hoping for you.
Yeah.
EcoSlay. I have EcoSlay. It definitely is on my radar. I actually joined a live with the person that's started EcoSlay, and I've
Ooh,
been keeping my ear to the grind on there. Whenever I find a new company, I start following them and I join their lives because I want to meet the owner to
yeah.
see if I trust them, because some of these people just don't you know
What
they
do you
don't
how do you
exude
feel
much
about the main
confidence.
choice?
I had never used the Main Choice before, actually. I don't
Oh,
think I've used any of their products. Have you?
I have. I tried their peach black tea line because one of my girlfriends wanted me to try it, so I did try that, and I liked it. And I like their spray. They have like a type clover 4-leaf spray or something like that. It's really really
I've
nice.
heard of that one. That's a good. I remember that line is specifically for type 4 hair.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
spray is phenomenal. I've bought it twice now. And the ingredients are pretty clean. Like I haven't like seen anything too crazy in there. So
Yeah, I haven't done a review of them yet. I don't know why I never tried their
it took me a while too. It's funny that it's taking you a while because it took me a while, like a good amount of years before I was like, what's this main choice thing? Like I tried Mayel first and then Tijin and all the other ones we all know about first, but
I haven't used Tijin either. I feel like I haven't tried like all of the big brands out there. I just
Tijin's
somehow
nice.
got really quickly moved into like small niche products. I don't even know when that happened, but it just happened all of a sudden. So
You
all the
might
brands
not
that
like Tijin though, because Tijin has
I've
good
used.
results.
Well, do they really? I didn't know that because I
Yeah.
do have one of their. I finished it. Their what's it called? The co-wash. I was
Oh.
using a co-wash in the beginning of my when I first, well, towards the first part of my natural hair journey,
Mhm.
because I was working out a lot. And I mean, I still do, but I thought it would be a good idea to do like a midweek refresh. So I was using the co-wash. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't provide slip. It didn't provide moisture. It didn't seem like it was particularly cleansing.
Oh
So
no.
I just never went back to them. But yeah, they do use silicone. So for that reason, and I'll be honest, I don't know if my hair cares if I use silicones, but the fact that they leave a film on your hair, maybe the water soluble ones don't. It's just like, it's something easy. I don't mind cutting it out. So I just cut it out.
Yep.
Plus, like all the like clean products that I use, none of them are going to have silicones in them because people don't like silicones. So I
Yeah.
just don't encounter them. So I don't. So I'm just probably going to stay away from them for that reason.
Yeah.
Christy, so I've never heard of Now I Am Nappy, so that's not the one. Um, I am curious. I don't even know which Facebook account. I have 3 accidentally. I'm really bad with
Oh wow.
social media. No, it's not a good thing. It's just, I don't know how to do social media. So
That's
like,
so funny.
it's also really bad. Like my YouTube channel is linked to my personal email address.
Mhm.
which is not good either. Like I'm just in such a bad position when it comes to like and I have 3 Facebook accounts and like I don't understand my Facebook accounts right now, so I don't even know under which account I am subscribed to that person. You know, subscribe on Facebook. What do? You friend someone? I don't think I'm friends with them on Facebook.
You follow friends.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm getting like loopy over here. I'm so tired. It's been a long week. Oof. Super long week. But
sorry. Hey, Cocoa Butter Curls. Sorry, I missed you. I missed you joining. We can wrap up here soon, Lavinia. I don't want to keep you up too much longer. I'm just run through the rest of these comments. I love the Main Choice Prickly Pear collection and the first collection in the purple and black bottle. The shea butter is bomb too. Yeah, I have never used Main Choice, so that's another brand that I feel like is very pricey. So, in your opinion, you think it's worth it? I don't know if they're as expensive as Camille Rose, but I feel like Main Choice is another one of those really
more on the pricier side, I think.
Yeah.
You want to keep on sale. Like I would say Black Friday, like stock up.
I am not buying any products on Black Friday. I want to because I haven't used like 90% of the products on my shelf. I need to use them. And it seems like the dual wash day series that I said I was going to do again, it doesn't seem like people really want me to jump right back into that. So I'm going to keep using new brands. So like I got to empty my products. I would give them to my sister, but she doesn't really like any of the products that I give her. So
she doesn't like them? Oh, no.
Well, not even that. Like her hair is Christina doesn't deep condition. Like she refuses to. So her hair is dry. So I think she's waiting for that miracle product. I told her I would give her. I have one of those like 1 minute. I think we talked about this in the call of my live on your channel. The 1 minute like Honey's handmade thing.
Those
like
amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna give her. She said that she would keep it on her hair for a minute. So I'm gonna give her one of those to try.
She should really do the deep conditionings though. Like my hair changed, like it transformed with deep conditioning. Oh no.
No, I don't. Hey, I can talk about deep conditioning until the cows come home. She doesn't want to deep condition.
She don't want to do it.
Main choice is pricey.
Like
Melvina, it looks like you like the TGI and it worked for your hair. Yeah, I wonder if the one that I was using had in silicones because I feel like even back then I was at least looking at silicones because I didn't know anything else. She also sells. I haven't purchased from her yet, but it looks great. Chrissy, I'll take a look at that. Now I am actually, now that I say it again, I feel like I might be familiar with it. I don't know if those are the people that I'm following, but I've definitely heard of her. I think I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel. I think this is the one that you said she has a Facebook group, right? And I think the Facebook group might be where she's selling her products. I need to look at the ownership of Main Choice changed. Oh, really?
Change.
Okay. So from the founder?
The founder is now part owner, but she sits on one of the decision-making bodies that owns it. So I think the brand that she sold it to is called Mav Brands. It's a Canadian company. Surprise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of random. But so yeah, like Main Choice is now an umbrella company underneath Mav. So Mav owns like all these different, like a conglomerate of companies, and like Main Choice is one of them. So she still has ownership-ish, but she's not the only owner anymore.
Is this one of those situations where they're like, had anyone noticed that they're like swapping out ingredients? Because I know that my dog's locked in the bathroom.
I didn't really notice it. I did notice that they're showing up in Walmart though, which is like really rare.
Main Choice. I feel like they've been there for a while. Sorry, I got my dog's locked in my bathroom.
No worries.
I can still hear you.
Not in Canada. In Canada, we had like only Shea Moisture in the Walmarts, and then like the regular lines like Cantu and like just like the mainstream stuff that has been around since perms were popular. But
I feel like in the last 2 years, the selection, at least in New York, that I'm seeing,
has expanded.
Brands are like I don't know if you have Harmons and
which one?
Leave. Sorry, she wants to leave the room.
No worries.
I don't know if you have Harmons in Canada.
No.
Okay. Well, it's like a drugstore. I don't want to say it's like a CVS because it's not at all like CVS, but it's a drugstore. And they actually have like their hair care line. It's actually the one near me, and I live in a largely white area. They have in their aisle, like it's a full aisle, they have one side that's pretty much like 90% black, like for black hair, and then the other side. And I was just surprised to see that. So like they have like a lot of but also like mostly like the commercial ones, they don't have like any of these, they don't have Honey's mayonnaise or anything. Right. But they have a ton of brands for black hair. So I am seeing a trend towards it being at least becoming more available.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the same thing as well. I feel like when the States moves in a certain direction, Canada kind of like slowly lags behind. So it's been like it's definitely a lot more inclusive than it used to be. Like there's
Where do you get your products though? Do you get your products mostly online or you go in store?
Mostly online. We also have beauty supply stores that carry it all. So I do that. And then sometimes I just import from the States. So like the botanical stuff, like I pay a lot of money to get it across the border. Yeah.
You pay for shipping on pretty much everything that you buy then?
Every single thing that comes from the States has shipping.
I can't pay for shipping. Yeah. Well, actually I do now.
You don't have a choice. There's no free shipping internationally. Like I've never seen it. Never. I can definitively say I've never seen it. Free shipping internationally. Within Canada, yes. But with exorbitantly high minimums. So like this one company in particular, it's called Honeyfig. It's a Canadian online beauty supply store. And I think like you have to spend $175 or $150 to get free shipping.
I mean, like I'm thinking of the most expensive collections. I mean, when I bought my Camille Rose products, that was still like less than $115. And I say that only because I did 2 purchases. I think the first stuff that but how do you get $175? I mean, you can, it's easy, but you know,
but it's not desirable, like especially when you have so much already.
If you're not doing a YouTube channel or whatever, you don't necessarily need to go out and purchase like everything as it becomes. That's crazy. Like you want to get one product and you have to get like 30.
Like that's the situation I'm in right now because like the Soultanicals vitamins, they're very tasty, and my husband likes to eat them for fun, much to my chagrin, and because they're expensive, right? And on top of it, Soultanicals like has like a quantity limit, so you can only buy one at a time. So it's not like you can stock up. Yeah, Soultanicals has a serious.
They're always having to restock. I guess they run out quickly. I think they sell out really, really quickly.
Yeah, so like I'm literally waiting for like Black Friday, but it's like that doesn't even make sense because like if they have quantity minimums on a regular day, what's going to happen on Black Friday?
And you might miss your products you want. So Chrissy, it looks like you deep condition twice a week. Wow, go you. How long do you deep condition? I think for me, it sounds like such a big deal because I deep condition for like 5 hours, but it's not because I feel like I need to. I think it's just because that's what works in my schedule. But do you wash your hair twice a week? And I guess you're doing that. So do you still wash your hair twice a week? Because I've heard that like washing your hair too much can dry it out. But I mean, obviously you didn't experience that because you wouldn't do it. But that's interesting. But yeah, let me know. Do you still deep condition twice a week?
Me?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'm looking through the comments. I don't want to miss anything.
No worries.
Courtney did say that she doesn't want any formula changes. That's the owner of Main Choice, I guess. I'm assuming. I think she mentioned that Chrissy, I'm looking at one of the comments.
Courtney Adeli, I think her name is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the owner of Main Choice.
Yeah.
She mentioned that she made it. Yeah, that's great because I know that was the problem with Shea Moisture when they were bought over. They started switching up all their ingredients. I've never used. Okay, I used Eden Body Works once because I don't remember what the name of the box was, but I used to get. It wasn't Curl Box, but I used to get some kind of box. Might have been some kind of beauty box, and I would get hair products in it. And they had an Eden Body Work product in it, but I ended up throwing it out soon after I went natural because it had in. I don't remember what product it was, but I think it had in either silicones or sulfates. So I never looked at them again. But I know a lot of people really like Eden Body Works.
Yeah, I don't like the ingredients. They're not clean. That's my issue.
That's what I've heard. But it's so many people that care about ingredients and stuff. And WM, it looks like you like what? I guess do they have a bunch of collections or is it just one? I'm only familiar with one of them. There's something with like a pink bottle and some like. No, I'm thinking about something else. Yeah, let me know. It's hard not to be a product junkie when supporting women-owned businesses. Yeah, and like I see a clean ingredient list, and I'm like, I have to purchase this right now.
Yeah,
like it's so hard to not do that. But I think I'm also reached a point where because I feel like because I am reviewing all of these products, I'm getting nothing for it. I at least need people to start sending me free products because it's a lot of like. I mean, I know I have a small channel, but like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of, when they post.
You should register your business and then write it off with your taxes. That's what I'm doing.
You're a lawyer. I should ask you about that. I was wondering if I should like incorporate.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about this offline. Probably not here, but I'm definitely going to follow up with you because I want to know. So you've done that already.
Yeah, like the legal.
Are you an LLC?
I can't give legal advice because I don't have I'm not a lawyer in your jurisdiction, but here in Canada, there are tax benefits to registering a business and purchasing.
No, there are here too. You'd be able to.
I'm not an LLC. No,
you're not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay. So you're able to write off all of your hair expenses?
Mm-hmm. And part of my home office. And I mean, now that we're all working from home, I think you might be able to do that anyways, depending on your jurisdiction's tax laws. But
I need to look at, well, not me look into that. I need to find someone who can look into that and
there's a lot of benefits out there. Like, I'm writing it all off. Like, it's a business. Like, it is. Like, right? Like, if you're
I mean, I spend a massive amount on hair now. I mean, like, even outside of that, I mean, like, recording. Okay, I mean, like, my tripod was like $20, but I just mean, like, and also, like, you know, the melanin hair care stuff. Yeah. If I wasn't doing a YouTube channel, there's no way that I was going to pay $39 or whatever it was for a shampoo. Like, you have to spend because you have to, you know, stay in front of the trends for certain things. And I mean, I'm glad I did it because it gave me a little boost. But
that's nice.
Stay on top of these things. Like, you have to purchase products. But I think because brands have actually started sending me product, now I'm kind of just like, I'm not reviewing you if you don't send it to me. So it's just like, but I totally will, because if they don't send it to me and I want to,
do you charge and buy it? Send it to them when they send it to you, or do you just take the product and do it the review?
It's not sponsored. No, they're just providing me free product. Okay. Like I've been reaching out to brands so what I've been doing is scouring Instagram to find clean ingredients. Mm-hmm. And when I do, I reach out to that company. I ask them to take a look at my series and, you know, send me products. I mean, I say it nicely, obviously. Yeah. But like Yamoni Essentials, they sent me products for free. Regia Sweet Naturals, they sent me stuff. Main Choice sent me that stuff for free.
That's nice.
I think 2 other brands, like the fact that brands have actually been sending me stuff. No, sorry, not Main Choice. Main Like Me.
Oh, okay.
The fact that brands have started to send me stuff means that they can send me stuff, which is, it just makes me a little bit more hesitant to go out there and buy things, especially if, you know, well, yeah, actually there was no especially with that was pretty much the end of what I was saying. But my point is the fact that it's happened a couple of times now, I'm kind of like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have to buy product anymore. So
I mean, whenever they send me products, I do charge to review because it's my time. But I also give.
Oh, you do? So you've been?
Yeah.
I've never gotten paid for anything on YouTube.
No, I charge because, like, the thing is if I'm taking time away from this to do a video that I don't really feel like doing, you know what I mean? Like, I could have had content that like a subscriber had requested or something that I just felt like doing and I was doing it anyways. Like, it's a hobby / business, right? And so, like, if people are asking for you to review stuff and I'm reviewing and I'm dedicating my time and my resources to meet your deadlines, like, now it's no longer a hobby or like, you know, responding to
if you're making something
so much, like now it's like I'm working, right? So there's 2 things. Like, I charge, number 1, and number 2, I put in a clause saying like I'm going to be truthful. So like, if you don't like what I'm saying,
that's the tough thing. And
you shouldn't pay me. Like, I'm not the one, because I'm not gonna lie to people.
that is the problem that I have. And actually, I've decided that I'm not going to reach out to brands anymore. I think I'm going to wait for them to come to me, because if I try something and I don't like it, I mean, I think I'm very honest, and I don't think I don't think I can lie, because I would get choked up and like it would be obvious that I was lying. But at the same time, like, if I reach out to a brand and ask them to send me product, they send me product and I tell people that I hate the products. I mean, I haven't hated anything yet, but I would feel bad if I was the one who initiated the conversation. So now I'm not going to ask anymore. I'm going to wait until, and I actually just got my first, I don't know if it's a sponsorship or a partnership, but like a tea blend company reached out to me. Okay. So that was, I don't know if I'm allowed to say their names. But like, yeah, they have all these, like, you have to post it on this day. You have to say this. You have to speak for this amount of minutes. And it's just like, it's crazy, because I mean, I know people do sponsored content and all that. I mean, but I've never done it before. So it's like, you know, you're allowed to say this. You're not allowed to say this. You have to post on this day. You have to do this. You have to do that. I'm like, oh, wow, this is so official. At this point, yes, you must pay me.
Of course.
But I don't think anyone's going to reach out for a sponsorship deal and not offer to pay you. I think it's just that what I've been doing, what I've been doing so far is reaching out to people. But I think I need to stop doing that.
But even if you reach out to people, like, it shouldn't be expected that you just, you know, glow up their product, whether or not their product works. Like, I don't know. Like, I just never want to be that, like, disingenuous person. Like, money's not.
People appreciate that. People really appreciate that. And also, if once you start lying, you lose your subscribers, and then no one's winning. So, so let me just catch up here.
I can't lie. Like, I made an oath to the province of Ontario that I would not lie.
Oh, is that something you
Really
had? Is
not
it?
lying over hair products. Like, it's not worth it.
That's
People
funny.
are saying you should charge. You should charge. I think you should.
I need to catch up on these comments.
You are
So
so
Nisi
thorough. You should charge. You should totally
It is a
charge.
lot. It's so much. So
Yeah.
Nisi TV 88. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining. I know that was like, oh, it was almost 10 minutes ago. I got you less than 10 minutes. I mean, I said hi less than 10 minutes in.
Oh, no, Layla sounds like she's like literally like falling apart over there.
Layla is driving me crazy. I haven't slept in 14 months. I mean, I nap. Layla doesn't sleep through the night. I mean, like this crying, she cries every night. I mean, I'm not being mean. You're not supposed to go and get them. So, yeah, because if I go get her, that's pretty much me holding her for the next like 4 hours. I'm not doing that. Yeah. Actually, I do still wash my hair twice a week. Wow, Chrissy, it's very often. I shampoo and deep condition once, and then I co-wash the other time. Okay, that makes sense. I was doing that for a few weeks, depending on my schedule. I'll co-wash twice a week. I never had any ill effects. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I think when I think about it, for me, it's like a wash day lasts at least like 2 days. Yeah. And then you're talking about 4 days, and then you're pretty much washing your hair for the majority of the week. And like, but I know that everyone doesn't have the ridiculous schedule that I have, that it takes me like 1 to 3 days to wash my hair. So yeah. Eden Body Works souffle and a couple deep conditioners. I don't even remember which product it was that I used, but you say you like them. I mean, I'll look into them. A lot of people have been recommending Body Works recently. Eden Body Works. I am intrigued again.
I feel like it's a good affordable line. Like, not everybody has like, $20 to drop on like one product. Like, it's very expensive. So I feel like if I wanted an affordable product line, I would choose Eden Body Works. Another good one, I don't know how clean the ingredients are, like not talking about cleanness, but talking about effectiveness. Yeah. And it's not Black owned, is Lotta Body. I really like their products. Like, their products are really,
never heard of them before. Are they?
They're very disingenuous company, because it's like, they are like, they make their packaging look like it's nice and grassroots. It looks like it's Black owned. Like, I could have sworn this was a Black owned company and that it was like a grass. Never to know, like they're owned like by like a major conglomerate, like I think like Revlon or something. Yeah, like they
Revlon. Oof, that would recoil me. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. I don't know anything about Revlon, but I just feel like they're probably not making.
No, but it was disingenuous because like they had like basic looking packaging to look like it was like, to a lot of people, a lot of the natural hair community, like I'm sure if you Google it, you'll see it. Like, people are like, I could have sworn that was like a grassroots, small Black woman owned. Like, it was purposeful. And you go to the website,
products, you said?
I did.
You use them?
I did. I've used
you like them?
I like them. But I just don't like the disingenuous marketing. And like, you go on their website,
I agree with
about page, like there's a whole bunch of Black women everywhere, but there's no
that's misleading. That's misleading.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, don't do that.
That's funny. I've not found a product line where I use all the products. I do try to pay attention to ingredients and ingredient combination. Is that because you've tried product lines together and you didn't particularly like them, like how they work together? Sorry, WM, that was to you. I'm catching up on comments
Puffs.
again.
I like Breezy's Puff's name. That's a really nice name.
Breezy's Puffs. I haven't even gotten there. I'm so behind on this. Sorry. I hope I don't. Let me know if I skip any questions. But so I hope you have a chance to get sponsored. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate that. I would like that too. It would be nice to get paid back for some of this.
Yes,
and thank you, WM, for the same. I had to leave for a while, but I really want to know what you think about the smoothie pie line. I never used that before. Was that the
I don't know if that
main choice line that we were talking about? I've never heard of that.
I don't think that's main choice. That doesn't sound like anything from them.
T-Blend sponsorship is nice. I hope so. And it's one of those things where they reached out to me, and this was my first time with like a brand actually reaching out to me and like me not having to like beg. And I was really hoping that I was gonna like stand, like I could actually support this brand, and they actually have really, really clean ingredients. I'm doing like actually I don't want to say too much because I have to do a story on it because I have a contractual obligation at this point. But yeah, if they actually have like they do like, because I've been doing my like, I take a lot of like green powders these days. Like I just eat a lot of grass at this point. Mm-hmm. And I'm running low on my collagen. And interestingly enough, the collagen that I take, like this plant-based collagen, it has an amla. I didn't know people ate amla. Like that's my hair really. Tropical. I know, but I've been eating it. I think you're supposed to eat it. But anyway, I'm running low on my collagen. This company actually does like a green like powder. So I do want to look into that. And everything is very clean. They don't use like natural and artificial preservatives and all that. But I'm going to do more research before I do my first thing so I could explain.
So will Layla start sleeping then? Like, will she just like?
I don't know. Maybe when she's 5.
No, like now that she's like up and she's like.
Oh, that you mean like right now? Did she? Was she still crying? I don't know. I hear her now, but I feel like she might have
fallen asleep or.
And the thing is, she's very strong-willed, and like once she gets started, like she's probably going to keep it up for a while, or maybe she won't. I don't know, but it's just like I'm not supposed to get her. Like I think you're supposed to leave them for at least like an hour. Nick is here. I assume he's wondering if he should get Layla. You see if since she was doing it earlier, maybe you can just see if she needs something. I don't know. She's probably seen you by now.
Is that like a what do you call it there? A strategy to get the baby to sleep?
It's called the Ferber method, I think, which pretty much just means cry it out, which pretty much means the baby's crying, leave the baby alone. At a certain age, they tell you to do that because it's not because she needs something. It's not like she needs food. Once she no longer needs food, she should be sleeping through the night. So with Layla, it's a behavioral thing. It's not medical. So if she has like a diaper that needs to be changed, that's one thing. But that's very. I feel like your face would tell on you, Amanda. It would. If you're talking about like review and me being like me lying about liking something and not, yes, it would definitely. When I put it on my hair and I'm like, oh yeah, that face would be there. Some tea blends are awful. I really hope that these tea blends are not. I have no idea. I have not tried them yet. But again, I eat like grass and dirt these days with all the like natural
grass
stuff that I'm eating, all the ash and it's not that bad. But
so
I do put my collagen thing. I put it in my tea.
Yeah. Yes. God. Same here.
Aiden's here. Yes, I realize it's 10:45 at night and my 4-year-old is awake. To be fair, he was in bed and he just came out because Layla woke him up.
That's okay.
Anyway, some tea blends are awful. Yeah, so what I was saying, so I have tea every single morning. And I have started putting my like green like collagen blend in it. It has in like spirulina and amla and wheatgrass and a whole bunch of other things. And like I used to really enjoy my tea, but now it's just like I literally just shot it. Like I take it like a shot. So I'm like, that's the only way I can drink it. Which is a shame because I actually used to really enjoy my tea. But I'm not drinking it in water, so it's the only way I can. But it's like I used to take like a bovine. I don't know if you've heard of like the bovine like grass-fed collagen peptides. That's what I was taking before. It's like a tasteless powder.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm taking something like that right now in tea.
Yeah,
not in water.
I used to put it in my tea, but you didn't taste it. It's complete. That's my tripod. Aiden's walking away with it. So yeah, I used to put that in my tea, but now that I'm plant-based, like I used all the collagen peptides that I had, but then I stopped. So I was looking for a plant-based alternative because I take it for my hair. So now I'm just getting, it's pretty much just like a green blend, which is great because it's all these great things like the wheatgrass and the amla and all that. I don't know which of those is helping with the collagen production. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I just caught myself. I know during one of the ingredient reviews that I've done, I don't know if it's one that I've posted yet or not, a lot of Ayurvedic ingredients boost collagen production.
Yes.
So that was really great to find out.
Yep.
So what is some tea blends are awful? Yes. Yeah. Some are. I hope this is not because I'm going to be taking it for 30 days. Hey, Breezy Puffs. I know this is very late.
Amanda, I'm going to have to head out. Yeah, I've got an early morning, strangely, on a Saturday. But
really, are you working or are you? I mean,
no, we're looking at property.
Are you working on Saturday?
I'm really tired.
You're on mute.
Oh, I'm on mute. Hello.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. I can hear you.
I lost you.
Can anyone else hear me?
I wonder if I lost everyone. Did I like?
Can everybody else?
Anyone still hear me?
I can hear them. I think.
I guess this is how we're gonna end. In case you can still hear me, WM, I have not tried CMOS yet. And I did not know that it wasn't. Actually, I did buy these supplements for my smoothies that has in CMOS, but I did not know it contained collagen. I mean, I didn't know it was an all-natural collagen. Trim Healthy Mama has a plant-based collagen and white. Thank you for that tip as well. So I think we lost each other.
Yeah, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So yes, good night to everybody, and good night as well.
Oh, you can hear us? I can't hear Lavinia. Yeah. I can stay on for another minute if there's anything else. But yeah, the sea moss thing. I don't know if any of you have heard about it. Just like a quick tip if you haven't, or if you're into smoothies and all that kind of thing. I have found these things online. They're called beauty blends. No, beauty blends. I'm thinking about the beauty blender. No, they're called blender bombs. You can get them on Amazon, and they have like really, really great, like it's just like an addition that you put into your smoothie, and it has a whole bunch of ingredients that are just fantastic. I don't remember any of them offhand, but one of them is sea moss. So, but yeah, I will look into just like a sea moss powder and all of that. And yeah, this was fun. Thank you all for joining. I wasn't expecting to get so many people, so thank you very much. Let me know if you'd like me to do more of these. I can't hear, actually I can see your comments. But anyway, in the comment section, just let me know if you'd like me to do more of these lives. But yeah, this was fun.